WOCA.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Beautiful Thursday. Hope you're doing well. And Robin, I was on a website of our next guest just a little while ago, and I'm looking at some artwork and looking at her resume. And I remember, and I don't know if I'm kind of going off on a little tangent here. I remember when I was a kid, I had this Super 8 millimeter camera. That's how old I am. It was Super 8.
It is great.
No videotape yet.
I love those cameras.
And I remember I was drawing a picture, and then a real simple picture, and then I drew another picture that was slightly off. In other words, I was trying to create my own animation. So then I took one frame, and then one frame, and then one frame, and then I had to go to the to wherever I had to go to develop the film. Again, this illustrates how old I am. And when I got it back, I had, I think, maybe 1 second. I think I had maybe 1 second of this face that was just maybe opening its mouth and eyes and closing them again.
Oh, wow.
And that's about as far as I ever got with animation. Kristie Kim is on the phone. It says here she is originally from Seoul, South Korea. She held the position of Vice President of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars. She participated in the World of Art Showcase, and she's an award-winning artist and visual designer and animator. And one of the things that is on her list of credentials is that she is the recipient of the winning. She's the winning illustrator entry for the 2014 L. Ron Hubbard Illustrators of the Future Award, titled "What Moves the Sea and Other Stars." That's a cool title, by the way. Kristie Kim, good morning, Kristie. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Where are you right now?
I'm in Orlando, Florida right now, interning with Disney.
Oh, you work for Disney, right? Or you're an intern or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What do you do there?
Well, right now I'm taking classes, so I'm kind of busy, and I just kind of get to know the different types of management within the parks and resorts.
How did you end up doing so much? I mean, you look very young. Is it a secret, or how did you do so much in such a short period of time?
I don't know. It's just because I like doing what I do. I started off winning an art contest in 2010 for the Conventional Art Show in North Carolina.
Right.
And I was invited to go to Capitol, Washington, D.C., and that's when I think I was inspired by a lot of the politicians and the other artists of how much I could do with my art. It's just that I didn't think that I would end up in California for the L. Ron Hubbard Writers of the Future contest.
Oh, wow. Well, when I look at your website and I see the beautiful artwork, am I looking at oil paintings, watercolors? Is this computer art? How do you do this stuff?
Most of it is done by traditional art, so I use watercolor and graphite or pen and ink. Okay. But lately I've been experimenting with computer animation and using different types of software.
Oh, okay. What are the multiple picture things? Is that the thing I have to cross my eyes and there's a 3D image or something? What are those?
What do you mean
Huh?
What do you mean the multiple image?
Like I'm looking at a picture and the top line is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses. And then there's a few birds, and then there's a few parrots, which a parrot is a bird too. But
oh, there was this animation. There were actually several animation projects we did within school. I was taking an animation class, and then we got into groups, and then there was an art director, and he chose me as the main illustrator. And so the different characters on the slide showed a different movement.
Oh, okay.
And then it's kind of like stop motion that I experimented with.
Do you know, I'm sure that this has occurred to you, but with this, and I'm not trying to bring politics into this wonderful, beautiful conversation with you. I mean, you seem like such a wonderful person. The conflict between North Korea and South Korea right now is just horrible. I mean, nobody wants to see that. And I'm not trying to make light of anything, but I think people who do things like what you do bring people together. I guess the way I mean this is that somebody who is a young person like yourself in North Korea, who doesn't really care about throwing bombs at people, wants to do what you do, and probably is begging his family and friends and the whole country to, could we please lighten up and start doing some cool stuff instead of always bombing people?
I have no idea. I've never been to North Korea.
No idea.
So I would never know what it is.
All right, so what is your story? I mean, you were born in South Korea. Did you move to North Carolina when you were a child?
No, I was born in South Korea. I go there every about 4 to 5 years to see my relatives. But I actually lived in Seattle, Washington, and then moved to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. And are you? May I ask this? Are you married? Are you single? What? No.
No, I don't have anybody.
You don't have anybody. Well, you will, because Disney's filled with guys. So tell me about the L. Ron Hubbard Award. What is that exactly?
This contest is it's actually very unique, just because my other art contests had ceremonies where they brought in all the artists, but this one was more like a networking event.
Okay.
And it was also in California, which is completely different from what I experiment for networking back in North Carolina.
Okay.
It just brought in so many different types of people. I got to see different types of art that is out there. I was introduced to a lot of different types of digital art.
So it helped you kind of broaden your horizons, or maybe further your ambitions?
Yes, it really did.
Yeah, okay. Well, isn't that a wonderful thing, though, about networking, is you meet people. I mean, I'm sure you inspired them as much as they inspired you.
Yes.
We were told out of all of the several thousand entries in the illustrator category that you were one of 12 that was chosen. You must have been up against a lot of different creative people.
Yes.
Are you tell us the nature of how you accomplish your art? Do you set yourself in a room all by yourself? Are you outdoors? How do you do this?
I've done several types of art. When I was in high school, I used to do a lot of outdoor art for competitions within downtown Raleigh or something. And then I also helped artists. And then when I was an assistant for the World of Art Showcase, I got to meet professional artists who make a living doing portraits with 2D art. And then when I do my art, I like to be alone with music on. But then sometimes I go to school and work on my work over there in my studio. So I have different types of experiences working on my art.
When you created your piece, What Moves the Sun and Other Stars, did you do it specifically for this contest, or was this something that you had formulated in your mind that you were going to paint?
This is for the contest.
Okay, and was that a title you came up with, or is that something they came up with?
No, because we were assigned to illustrate for an author, and my author's name was Casey Norton, and she wrote a story that was related to Dante's Inferno. And so I had 10 days to create 3 types of thumbnails or 3 sketches of what I wanted to show, and then from there I had an art director from the contest choose which one I should go with.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Yes.
I think now I'm starting. Oh, because we're familiar with the writer's part of this, but I think you might be the first illustrator we've spoken to. So, in other words, and we've seen the book. It's a beautiful book. So, in other words, each author has a different artist that illustrates the piece they've written?
Yes, each artist was assigned an author.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, now I'm understanding this a little bit better. Wow. And this is a great boost to your career, I'm sure. I mean, it's a great thing to have on your resume.
Yes, it was completely different. It's really, really different. It was something I never expected to have anything in my life.
So, is the talent of an artist something that runs in your family?
My mom came out of fine arts in Korea, but she was an art instructor for the longest time.
Okay, so she
was very inspirational.
So was she a teacher to you, or did you just kind of receive it like genetically or something?
I received a lot of training, actually, from her when I was little. She had a studio. She was a studio artist. She did murals back in Seattle. And she always got into little committees and created art contests for people in the community. And so I was always there to help out. But then I learned a lot of my techniques from her.
Okay.
When you did your sketches, did you actually do sketches, hand-drawn sketches, or did you do it on computer?
I did hand-drawn sketches. I turned in hand-drawn sketches and then did a little bit of Photoshop, but I didn't Photoshop it too much.
Kristie, we are enjoying getting to know you, but we have to take a little break. We have a weather report and then a couple of minutes of commercials, and we'll be back. And we're really looking forward to getting to know you a lot more. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today with a thunderstorm in spots, mainly during the afternoon hours over the interior sections. The high 88 at the beaches, 94 inland. And partly cloudy tonight with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, low 71 inland, 77 on the beaches. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, the high 90 to 95. And for Saturday, partly sunny with an afternoon thunderstorm, high 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Who would you feed if you had 50 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A? WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall have teamed up to reward one organization with 50 chicken sandwiches as a way of saying thanks for the great work that organization is doing in our community. And we need your help. See, there are so many great people doing great things that we need nominations. You can nominate your own organization or any organization you choose. Simply send an email to WOCA@WOCA.com. And in 350 words or less, tell us why the organization you are nominating should receive 50 free chicken sandwiches from WOCA and Chick-fil-A at the Paddock Mall. We'll review your nominations and then select one deserving organization each month. We'll announce the winner and even read the winning entry on the air. Make sure to include the contact name and phone number of the organization that you are nominating. And thanks from your friends at WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall.
This is the Salvation Army, and I'm Major George Patterson to let you know that the Salvation Army is available 24 hours a day to provide help to anyone. We also have a family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala. On Tuesday to Saturday from 9 to 4, you can do your shopping, or if you want to donate, you can call 352-732-4469, and we'll even pick up 352-732-4469. All funds generated by our store go into the programs here in Marion County to help the needy.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Frederick's Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Frederick's Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Frederick's Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Frederick's Appliance.
News Talk 1370 WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
All right, thank you very much. It's 12 minutes now before 10 o'clock. Kristie Kim is on the phone down in Orlando. It says here on her website that she is an intern at Disney. She is obviously a very talented artist. Her first public exhibit was at the U.S. Capitol Cannon Pedestrian Tunnel from May 2010 till May of 2011. Wow. And that was from a painting called The Chase that she won first place for in the 2010 Congressional Art Show. And she's received numerous awards, including probably the main reason that we are familiar with her through the publicist that booked her, Carmen. She participated in the L. Ron Hubbard Illustrators of the Future contest, and she received an award for that in something called What Moves the Sun and Other Stars. And now we're understanding it a whole lot better now that we've spoken to her for a few minutes. So, Kristie, you're still with us, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you for being on the air with us today. So, where do you see yourself going in the future? Are you going to? Do you think your internship at Disney will lead to you being an artist with them?
I actually hope so. I'm trying to go to a further study, maybe join a studio for a year or so, just to learn from professional artists in that industry.
Okay, and would you help me out with the way animation is done these days? Like, I know in the old days, because I've watched TV, there would be thousands and thousands of hand drawn. What do you call them? Frames or cells?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Cells.
Yes.
Do they still do it that way, or is it done differently now?
They still do that. They have different positions now. I think the position you're talking about is maybe visual development, where they create layouts of the images, and then they try testing with color, they try testing with saturation, and then the characters. And so it's like a huge process. It's actually very important to be able to work in teams for Disney. And that is one thing I really like. But I know there is CG out there, computer graphics, there's graphic design, but it's not just drawing and hand drawn and creating things out of imagination anymore. It kind of has a more emphasis on teamwork.
Oh, I got you. Let me ask you something about art in general, okay? This is just an observation I've had. If I go into an unfamiliar place, like let's say a doctor's office or something, and I've got to wait in a room, and there's a piece of art on the wall, my eye will go to it every single time. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's abstract. It doesn't matter if it's a landscape. It doesn't matter if it's a portrait. But my eye goes to it, and I guess I'm not alone in this. I'm thinking this happens for many people, if not everybody. So when that happens, for example, let me just compare it to music for a second. If a sad song is on, everybody sort of feels sad. If a happy song is on, everybody sort of feels happy. But with art, it seems like everybody looks at something slightly different. And I wanted to hear from you about that. What do you think about that? And let me tell you where this question comes from, because on your website you wrote, or somebody did on your behalf, I think you wrote this. Each one of my designs can be interpreted in various ways. I think that's absolutely true.
Yes.
So elaborate a little bit on what you mean by that.
What I mean is that sometimes somebody can look at my artwork and not notice that it's actually a character or a creature. They might see it as like an artwork. I might consider it as just a character illustration, or some people might think that it's more fine arts related, or some people might think it's one of those process work for an animation. So it depends what field of art that viewer is in.
Do you have a favorite medium? Is that what you say? Like paint, or you call it medium? Do you have a favorite one?
I like watercolor.
Watercolor is your favorite?
Have you, when you go and create your art, have you ever done it from real models that were posed, or go out and do the landscapes like plein air, things like that, or do you prefer to be indoors?
I do both, but most of the time I'm indoors.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm doing animation, I'm inside in front of a computer.
Do you take some of your, do you ever go and have human people sit for you, and then when you do your sketches, do you bring it back in and animate that?
Sometimes I do.
Is it difficult?
No, because I've gotten a lot of training for that, but sometimes it is better to go outside and see things in natural setting, and then go back inside and then try to, I don't know, it's just kind of like an observational study that I do, where I go outside, see things for myself, then come back and work on it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're not doing art, what do you like to do?
What was the question again?
When you're not doing art, we're focusing on your art, but I know you've got to be more than about the art. What else do you do?
Yes. Well, I'm at Disney right now, so I go to the theme parks a lot.
I haven't been to Disney in so long. I need to get back there. I haven't been there in so long. And what's your favorite attraction at Disney?
I love Hollywood Studios. I love to ride the ride. And so if I have time, I like to take my friends and I go to the different theme parks that they have here. I've been to almost every park.
Oh, really? I like the studios too. They used to have it. I don't know if they still do, but I don't know if you remember this. They used to call that MGM Studios, and then they took away the MGM for some reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there used to be an animation part where you could walk through and kind of look through these windows and watch the animators actually working.
That's what I heard, but I haven't been able to see that. I know they are portrait artists at Epcot, but other than that, I haven't seen any animators around here. I know they have their own little building for the design group here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Outside of the park. It's over there. Oh, I know exactly where you mean because I pulled in there accidentally one day. It's not too far from the boardwalk thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah, it's over there that way somewhere by the resorts.
You are extremely beautiful. You're very stunning. Your publicist sent us a photograph of you accepting your award. Have you done any self-portraits of yourself with your art?
No, I actually haven't.
Well, you could be a model. That's statuesque.
This is what happens to really pretty women. They end up being on the wrong side of the camera or the wrong side of the brush, right?
Yeah.
We're just teasing with you. I think your work is astounding. Actually, if I didn't know that all of this work on your website was from one person, I would think it was from many people. So I guess that I'm trying to compliment you on your versatility. It looks like you've got the ability to create work and then create something else that looks totally different, which is a good thing, I would think. If I was looking for an artist, I'd want somebody who could do many different things.
Okay, thank you.
Since you entered this contest this time and you were chosen as one of the winners, are you allowed to enter it again, or once you've won, you're able to branch out into doing other things?
I know several people who have entered a contest again. I don't know if I have the time to at the moment.
Uh-huh. When you do your animation, do you prefer to do CGI or do you prefer to do like the a flat cartoon from years ago? Which is your favorite?
I am not familiar with the CGI process at the moment, so I experiment a lot with 2D, but then I also know how to use Maya, the 3D software.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I'm experimenting with that right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just Googled you. Boy, you are beautiful. Look at you. How old are you? Can I ask? How old? Is that wrong to do that?
I'm 22.
22. Wow, you're at the perfect age.
Yeah.
So I was looking for the artwork that you did for the what's it called again? The What Moves the Sun and Other Stars? Mm-hmm. Is that artwork? Oh, there it is. Oh, I see it. Okay, never mind. Oh, that's wonderful. Wow. That's huge. I mean, that must have taken forever. Did that take a long time to do that?
No, because I only had about 30 days to complete that work.
30 days. That seems like a long time to me.
Yeah. Is that all watercolor? Or?
Yeah, what is that?
Yes, it's a watercolor.
Oh, okay.
And how large is the original one?
We had a size requirement, but it was about, I'm not sure actually, but it was about 12 by 18.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Are you enjoying this radio interview?
Yes, I am. Why?
It sounds like maybe you want to go do something else. Kristie, you're a delight to chat with. Thank you so much for being on the air with us today. You're so close. You're in Orlando. We're only up in Ocala. We're not that far away. So if you're ever in our area, stop by and say hi. We'll have you on again and take you to get some coffee or something like that and just enjoy you. For the listeners, I want them to go to your website and check out what we're talking about. The website is KristieKim.com, KristieKim.com. And then the other website we were given is writersofthefuture.com. And I actually found the article with the picture and your picture in the Korea Times, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew you were in the Korea Times.
I think so. It was back in May, I think.
May 12th of this year you were in there. Well, anyway, Kristie, thank you so much for being on the air with us today. Good luck in everything you do, and please come back.
Okay, thank you so much.
And this interview will be up on the internet, so you'll be able to share it with everybody.
Yeah.
You're amazing, Kristie. Thank you for being with us today.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.